Hello, kings, queens, and in-betweens. I am the Jovial Jester of your Kingdom of Kain, Kain Drago. Welcome to WWE 2k22 Canada Only Challenge. I have added a few wrestlers to the list, especially women, because there was only 3 in the game. I did add a few men as well, mostly legends though. And we are going to I'm playing as William Regal, because there aren't any Canadian pre-programmed GMs, and I didn't feel like making one of myself. And the UK, the UK and Canada, we're part of the Commonwealth of Nations. We were friends for years, so it just makes sense. Also, there are a lot of the people that I added to the list, both female and male, could be legends. So Legend Whisperer card is nice. We're picking SmackDown. We're going up against Adam Pearce on Raw, hard 50 weeks, custom draft pool. And we are going to get started with the draft. Let's see what comes up for us. There are several that I can use that people might not immediately remember being an option, but I'm absolutely taking them, because why not? Such as Brock Lesnar, who, fun fact, is a dual citizen, and even was announced from and brought Canada, Saskatchewan in a UFC fight, and brought a Canadian flag to the ring. So if he's got full citizenship and he put himself as from Canada for at least one thing he's done, and it's been referenced on wrestling TV before at least a couple times, I think, too, I'm counting him. And speaking of Brock Lesnar, I'm picking him. So who are we going to pick next is the question. The answer is going to be Edge. No explanation needed there. Very much known for being Canadian. Bobby Roode.
Robert Roode.
We have 2 specialists, 1 face, 1 heel, and a heel bruiser. Obviously, some of this I'm going to have to base off of who's available for me to pick. Sami Zayn is a heel cruiser. If they don't pick him, I'll go back to it. Ooh, Sylvain Grenier. And Ali is also Canadian. Let's grab Sylvain first.
Sullivan Grime.
I did not make the custom names. So now let's go Ali.
Ali.
Still gonna leave Sammy for now. I don't have anybody to put up against him. Josh Alexander, thank you.
Josh Alexander.
I saw PCO, we're gonna grab him. We're gonna have a lot of specialists, is what I'm saying. But he's a bruiser, so he can go up against Sylvain. So that's not too bad. Oh, they picked up Wardlow. Nice. Let's go down here. Davey Boy Smith Jr. I'll probably pick up, but let me see who else is here first. Angelina Love, because I don't have any women yet either. Marcus Burke, local hero in the east coast of Canada where I'm from. Ali. Crazy Steve, who's actually a babyface fighter and has good stamina, so I'm going to pick him up to fight Brock Lesnar. Give me an easy first feud. Samir Singh is an option. So they actually gave me, especially with the added people that I have, they gave me a good start. Much better than I was afraid of. Let's grab Ali. 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 Aaliyah. Jesus. Words are hard, guys. Let's grab Chelsea Green. So that gives us two ladies. Let's grab Angelina Love. Let's grab Natalia, who I can't believe I missed. She's actually in the game. Might have to turn one of them babyface, though. I'll grab anyone else here before Davey Boy Smith Jr. None of the other ladies that are Canadian are available. Nope. So, let's grab Davey Boy Smith Jr. And I'll probably grab Marcus Burke. And that's all we can do. They're also done after their 14th pick. So, we gotta take a look at our actual roster, see what we've got. I will figure that out and we will be back. Oh, let's see actually who our champion's gonna be before I send you away. I mean, the obvious choice is Brock Lesnar. Or like Edge. I think what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna put it on I think I'm gonna put it on Josh Alexander. Our women's champion is going to be Angelina Love, because she's a little lower stamina, so what I'll do is the first week I'll try to find her an opponent and have her cut a promo, probably. And then have the other four be in a tag team rivalry, most likely. Alright, we'll be back. I hired a couple people, even though it was a little expensive. Gail Kim, I hired Gail Kim, as you might be able to tell there in the call-out promo. She was in the Legends pool, but she's only a 5 week, so I did not use Legend Whisperer on her just yet. And Renee Dupree was 10 weeks in the free agents, so I grabbed them. I used the Birth of Legends card while I was booking. Renee Dupree, Edge, Chelsea Green, Sylvain Grenier, so both of La Resistance. Marcus Burke and Ali were the 6 that got it. The 6 popularity bump, for those who aren't familiar with the game. Reference to the old SmackDown 6 in real life. So, for the men's tag team titles, it's PCO and Marcus Burke against Sylvain and Renee. Let's see how it goes. All just normal matches for now, because I don't want to wear too many people out. 2.5, not a bad start, and it does start the rivalry, which is really good. Tricky thing for those who may not know about this game, you can build singles rivalries with these call-out promos. You can't do that with tag teams. You can't set it to be like, hey, target this guy because I'm in a tag team feud. You can only build those with matches, so it's very important, as much as the game will allow, for me to get those tag rivalries up every time they fight, so I can blow them off at pay-per-views. Gail Kim is calling out Angelina Love. Looks like, from what I can see here, it's going to be successful. It is. Okay, promo starts the rivalry. Women's Tag Team Championship match, Ali and Aaliyah versus Chelsea Green and Natalia. Ali and Natalia win. 3. That was, not only did it not start a rivalry, but it was better than my opener, which for people new to the game, you want your opener and your main event to be the 2 best matches. Now, it's fine if my second mid-card is better than my opener, because they're not... Basically, they compare the opener to the first mid-card and the main event to the second. So there's some wiggle room, but I got that one backwards. I did not expect that to happen. Edge, calling out Davey Boy Smith Jr. Good promo, starts the rivalry. Crazy Steve versus Brock Lesnar, because I want to build Crazy Steve's popularity, and also because they match up well. Brock Lesnar gets the win. Disappointing, that's surprising to me. But that matchup, what weird's going on there? Maybe it's too one-sided or something, I don't know. I didn't book a last promo because the only people I could use for a promo were Angelina and Davey Boy, and they both needed a... I'm going to try to remember to call him D.H. Smith, just because... Or no, because I won't use Davey Boy in this because it's only Canadian wrestlers. But yeah, they're both people I wanted to particularly rest because they were like low 50s and low 60s for stamina. So I just didn't have a third promo this week. 2.5 stars starts a new rivalry. It's a weird show. And we'll just hit 4 opening, yeah. They didn't have that much better overall of a show than we did, but yeah, we should have flipped our opener mid-card. I'm surprised that tag team match was that high. But we got $76,000 we desperately needed. We are in second place, 77,000 fans. They are barely ahead of us. They're not even ahead of us. We're tied. We are exactly tied. I've rarely seen that. It does happen a few times, though. Alright, folks, week 2. I have used my Legend Whisperer card to get 10 weeks for free of Luna Vachon. Since this didn't start a tag rivalry with Natalya, and this will... hopefully, because of the fighter bruiser, make this rivalry potentially even better. Also, she has good stamina to so wrestle right away. And this seemed to do well with Natalya in it, so it should do well with Luna in it, even better, really. So, women's tag title defense, Ali and Aaliyah versus Luna Vachon and Chelsea Green. Ali and Aaliyah win again. 3 stars, and it starts the rivalry. Excellent. Reverend Brock call out Crazy Steve. Is Crazy Steve... well, for 2 reasons. One, because call-outs, can help. But specifically, it's because my commissioner goal that you get in the background that I haven't really shown in here, but most people who see this will probably know the game, the basics at least. But if you're new to the game, Triple H gives you a commissioner goal that you have to try out, that you don't have to do, it's optional, but you get power cards like the Legend Whisperer one that you start with. There's in-game other ones you can get during the game that do cool stuff. And the one he was offering was Brock Lesnar could be on the show, but he couldn't be in a match. So I put him in a call-out promo because I really wanted that card. It's called Special Promotion. And throughout the course of this, our modifier for retaining our fans goes down. So it's harder and harder to keep... Not even harder and harder to get fans, but harder and harder to get as many. So having a special promotion is very, very handy, especially if it's a week I know I'm not going to be able to, book anything crazy, or if a lot of people are off injured or something. So it's a very handy card to have in the back pocket. The promo was successful. Good promo by Brock, level 2 rivalry. Crazy Steve versus Robert Roode. Just a match, because I needed a match. Robert Roode wins. Disappointing, but that's okay. Because if there's going to be a match like that, I want it in the mid-card anyway. And more importantly, weak promo from Josh Alexander, which is weird because I thought he was one of my creative people. Every time you start a new file, get assigned a random promo ability, and I thought Alexander was one of the ones that had at least a 3. But anyway, weak promo or not, it worked for what I needed it to do, which is building the rivalry. Rematch for the tag titles. I'll probably give these guys next week off now that they're starting to get a little bit on the tired side. New champions, 3-star match, nothing for the rivalry. Call-out promo seems to be successful for Edge again this week. Davey Boy Smith Jr. was still only at like 63. So I was like, and I needed a third promo anyway. I also bought what's called a health spa, which gives when people aren't in a match, if they're the one doing a call out promo, they get 6 stamina back. If they're not in a match and they do a promo, if they're not on the show at all, which people who are in call out promos by default are not, unless you put them in matches like I did with Robert Roode and Crazy Steve. Since I didn't do that with Davey Boy, he got a full 12 for being off the show. But the health spa gives him an additional either 6, which is the one I gave him because I just had a first level one. And it doubles it to 12 if you have a level 2, and gives him actually 18 if you manage to get a hold of a level 3 health spa. So you can get up to 30 stamina back in 1 week if you do it right, which is lovely. So they will be fighting next week, probably in place of that tag title match, men's tag title match. So they can have a week off because they're all, like the 50s and low 60s right now. And then in the main event, Angelina Love has recovered some stamina and is going to fight Gail Kim in a tables match for the title. Gail Kim is the new SmackDown Women's Champion, 3 stars, which matches the mid-card, so that's fine. As long as it matches or beats, it counts as good booking. However, it does nothing for the rivalry, which makes me sad. Adam Cole versus CM Punk for the WWE title. Nice. So, let's see here. 79,000 fans. Oh yeah, that fan retention rate I was talking about there, just above the total fans, times 0.98. It goes down throughout the season. 79,000 fans, $37,000 profit. Got the special promotion. How did they do? 88. So they're about 9,000 ahead of me after week 2. But that's okay. We'll come back. Defending the titles again against Luna Vachon and Chelsea Green, because they're all still at least 60 stamina, but started. See, the 60 stamina doesn't worry me so much. It's if they started at 60. That's why I was resting people early. So let's see how this goes. I'm giving the men's tag team a break this week, 2.5, and level 2 rivalry. Self promo for Marcus Burke. Try to keep him. He was better stamina out of the tag team people, so figured I'd boost his popularity. They gave him a 5 on the mic, which is nice. Like I said, the created ones get assigned a random number each time. Thankfully, only 2 of the created ones I have right now were assigned 1s. The rest were all at least 2, and I think mostly 3s and 4s. So we're going to do Gail Kim versus Natalya with Angelina as a run-in. I think because she's running in, Angelina still won't really gain any stamina, but I don't know if she loses any for a run-in either. And she's only in like the high 50s. So I'm hoping she at least doesn't lose any. Also 2.5 grows the rivalry, which is the most important part. And isn't better than the opener, which is fine. Bobby Roode call-out promo. Okay promo gets it to level 3, so we can blow that off the pay-per-view. Edge and Davey Boy finally having their first match now that Davey Boy's in the 80s. Edge gets the win. Only mediocre, and it does nothing for the rivalry. PCO with a self-promo. +0, great. But at least it doesn't lower it, so there's that. And then Triple H wanted me to book an Extreme Rules match this week. For a free special effects booking card, where we're lower on money, helps. Now, mind you, the match costs $20,000 to make, so it's about the same exchange, really. But it will make the pay-per-view cheaper when I use, because I'm going to use it on the pay-per-view, and that'll save me money to be able to have other matches. So, Crazy Steve, Brock Lesnar, main event, Extreme Rules. Brock Lesnar wins. 3.5 stars, rivalry rose, as they say on Wrestle Talk. Or to combine the Wrestle Talk and up, down, down things. And the rivalry rose. Just because I always wanted to combine those two things. Raw absolutely slaughtered us. I'm not really shocked in the first month. 75,000, we only made 19,000 profit. Not crazy about that. 80,000, so they didn't really gain on us much. Still only 14,000 ahead. We'll be right back with the next episode. All right, week 4. We have a bit of a weird show because Adam Pearce's cards, I forgot to tell you what they were. He has an instigator card that he gets for being Adam Pearce that boosts all his rivalries by 1, and his the Raw card, no matter what GM you use, if you pick Raw, you get it, is This Is War, which can't be used on a pay-per-view. So there are cards like it that you can buy or earn that can be used on pay-per-views, but that one can't. However, at any non-pay-per-view week, he can cancel 3 of my wrestlers for the week. He did that this week, which isn't the end of the world, because a couple guys kind of still needed a rest for the pay-per-view anyway. But it did make for a bit of a weird card. Also, Aaliyah requested a main event match, which obviously if I had all my and Ali requested a promo, so I could have had the tag title match, which would have made for a better main event if Aaliyah was gonna have one, but I wanted to make them both happy, so I at least made it a tables match, and hopefully it'll be better than the third. It only has to be better than the second mid card. It doesn't have to be better than any of the other 2. Brock Lesnar gets another victory. Level 3 rivalry, or level 4 rivalry, good match. Blow that off the pay-per-view. Good charity promo for Ali. Edge versus Davey Boy. I'd like to get this to level 3 so I can blow it off. It did not go to level 3. Of course it didn't. Gail Kim calling out Angelina, who was one of the ones that couldn't perform. I think Gail Kim's one of the ones that got stuck with a 1 promo. I can't remember. Which might have been why explaining the weak promo, but it did grow the rivalry, so I don't care. I can blow it off the pay-per-view. PCO versus Rene Dupree. Just a match on the card, really, because I needed a match. Mediocre starts a singles rivalry. Probably won't bother with that. Excellent. Josh Alexander. Promo quality wasn't great, but it grew the rivalry, and that's what really matters. Bobby Roode was also not allowed to be on the show this week. And the good thing was I managed to buy a health spa level 3, and Angelina Love was in the 50s for stamina. And even though she's vetoed from the show, I can still use cards that also take her out of being used on the show. Mediocre, that's unfortunate. So I was still allowed to use the health spa on her because it lists her as used for that week, but not on the main show part. So it actually worked out for me pretty well overall. That said, good booking, because the 2-star match main event was next to the other 2-star match, so we're fine there. We did have a couple rivalries grow to at least level 3 or 4. And I used the special promotion card to make up for the little card being a little wonky. So we got a full 0.99 retention rate, the highest you can get. So 86,000 fans, $37,000. That puts us at rank 1 in time for the pay-per-view. They only got 68. I'm glad I thought to do that. We're ahead by 4,000 going into the pay-per-view. All right, WrestleMania Backlash. Unfortunately, I had to do all advertising promos because specialty matches were made to cost double, and we are very poor, and I need the money. Probably won't get a lot of money from Luna or Chelsea Green because they're only a 1 on the promos because of the unlucky draw. The other 2 got 4 out of 5, so hopefully they lose popularity if the promo even if the promo goes well, but especially if it doesn't. So I'm really hoping none of them just don't go super badly, more than anything. But anyway, Brock Lesnar versus Crazy Steve in a tables match. A couple reasons why everything's a tables match. Number 1, they're the cheapest specialty match, and everything was made to cost double. And 2, pay-per-view bonus for WrestleMania Backlash. Each pay-per-view, one of the 4 specialty matches gets a bonus. For this one, it's tables. So the 3 matches that I wanted to make sure had that bonus. Brock wins again. 4 stars, rivalry complete. Advertising promo, excellent. Did lose 2 popularity, but got me 14 grand, so that's honestly worth it. So I need the extra cash. La Resistance win back the tag team titles, 3 stars. Not bad for not having a specialty match and only being level 1. Which it did grow to level 2 also. Good promo. She lost 4 instead of 2, but still 12,000, so not too bad overall. Angelina Love's also super mad at me because I promised her in the background a rematch with Gail Kim, which she's getting, but she was supposed to get it within 2 weeks, not 3 like I thought, so I missed it because it was supposed to be last week, which I wouldn't have been able to book her if I wanted to. But she did regain the title, so hopefully that helps. Advertising promo. Thankfully, it was even though she's not the greatest promo with the assignment of 1 for her skill. -3 and 11,000 is fine. Edge wins the feud, or no, that feud's continuing. That grew to a level 3. And Chelsea Green. I got pretty lucky there, honestly. It went down in money each time, but I think that's because I did multiple of them, not even so much because of the rating, really. And then in the main event for the title, Josh Alexander was saying I hadn't booked him in a little while, which he was right, and I was planning to do this the whole time. Bobby Roode is the new Universal Champion. 4 stars, rivalry complete. Not the best pay-per-view I've ever put on in one of these, but decent. Samir Singh apparently got picked up somewhere along the way. We both got credit for amazing booking. So they had a better opener. So they beat me all around, basically, unfortunately. But our curves were equally good, so at least I'll get credit for that. And I did get all the bonuses possible for like the logistics, like which arena you're in and stuff. You can always pick any of the ones you have available, but sometimes in this case, I picked all the highest ones anyway. But sometimes it's better during, especially non-pay-per-view weeks, to go a little lower. Because even though you don't get as high of a baseline, like percentage bonus to your show quality up there, that of 14 out of 30 at the top, some of them actually give you a bonus if you achieve a certain optional goal. So, like if you pick the second level out of the first level of everything doesn't give you any bonuses at all. It's just the free option if you're really poor, basically. But if you pick like tier 1 of the ones that will give you stuff, it's like +4 to your show quality, or 4% or something. And then tier 2 might be +6. But if you do the optional bonus on the first tier, you actually get like +9. So it actually ends up working out that if you're able to do the lower ones extra bonus, sometimes it's worth it to drop down. But for this one, we did all the highest ones I could possibly do, and got the optional bonuses. So that should help a little bit. 194,000 fans gained, and more importantly, 195,000 bucks, which I desperately needed. That should start going away a bit now that we've unlocked the Thunderdome, which is the first larger sized arena where you really make a good helping of money. We are back to rank 2, however, 204, only 9,000. Not too worried about that, especially given the show that we had. So yeah, we'll come back in a second with episode 6, or not episode 6, with the next part of the episode, week 6. See you soon. All right, week number 6. We have made a new signing, a permanent signing. It cost a lot of money, but it was worth it. Rosemary, who is not billed from Canada, but is in fact Canadian. And she's going to start a rivalry with Angelina Love for the title. But up first, we have continuing the women's tag rivalry. Aaliyah and Ali versus Chelsea and Luna Vachon. New champions, 4-star opener, normal match, level 3 rivalry. Let's go. Gail Kim's going to call it Natalya because now that we have 8 women, we can have 2 singles feuds. Natalya hasn't been doing anything, and Gail Kim can't feud with Angelina Love anymore right now anyway, so why not? Excellent promo starts the rivalry. More rivalries, the better, because then we can alternate weeks and not get people as hurt. This is not going to be a feud, obviously. This is just a tag team match. Reason for this is because Rene Dupree and PCO have a little lower stamina than the other two in the tag rivalry. But I wanted to get everybody on the show as much as possible in some way. And Edge, Bobby Roode and Brock Lesnar wanted to team together. And Edge wants a title match, which is fine. I'm going to put him against Bobby Roode now that Bobby Roode's the champion. But since I can't do both of those in 1 week, I figured I'd do the tag team match this week and then start the title rivalry next week, or give Edge a title shot next week. But because I wanted to have Edge and Bobby near each other, they can't feud quite yet because the other feud with Davey Boy Smith isn't finished. But I can use the title match to further that and get it to level 3 or preferably 4 in time for the pay-per-view. So this is just a tag team match to get people on the card so the people aren't dropping in popularity too much. Davey Boy and Sylvain win. Mediocre, that's fine. It's a mid-card match. Rene Dupree, okay self-promo, he gets a +1. Rosemary versus Angelina Love. Unfortunately, Rosemary only got assigned a 2 for her promo skill. That's the other reason I went with the Gail Kim route. New champion Rosemary, and we have a new rivalry. That's what I wanted. I am a little worried that that's going to be better than the main event, though. Which I probably should have switched those. Well, at least the popularity is quite good, and a couple of the matchups are good, so hopefully it'll still be 3.5, but it probably won't. Only 3, which is unfortunate, so that means I'm going to get dinged for not booking in the right order. Overall, though, we beat them on the for the week, so that's good. 48,000 fans, $156,000. So we recouped most of the cost of signing Rosemary. It was 180,000. We are back to rank 1, however, and we got a free crew booking for booking. That's the other reason I made Edge in that tag match that Robert Roode wanted. Is because Edge and Brock are my top 2 face and heel popularity-wise, and that was how I got the free crew booking card, which we still have low enough money that that's still a concern at this point, so I wanted the card. So we are now ahead by 3,000, give or take. Alright, here we go. No tag matches this week, which will hurt us a little bit. In the opening match, we do have that title match I promised, Edge versus Robert Roode, for the title with Davey Boy interfering. Excuse me. Bobby Roode retains. 3.5-star match, and the rivalry grows. That's what we love to see. PCO, Triple H wanted me to do a promo for him this week, so I did. Extra 5,000 fans. It gives me an injury rehab, which I'm trying not to let people get low enough stamina to get injured, but just, you never know, it might come up, so just in case. Alexander and Brock Lesnar. I'm trying to start a feud with Josh Alexander and Brock. Brock wins. 2.5 stars does not start a rivalry. That's unfortunate. Angelina Love, okay promo. She's only a 1 this particular save file, but it was good enough to get a level 2 rivalry. Rosemary, I bought a level 2 health spa and used it on, and I used a level 3 that I had bought before on Crazy Steve, so I can get him set up to start a rivalry next show. Aaliyah emailed and said she didn't want to keep losing to Luna, so Aaliyah's fighting Natalya with a Gail Kim run-in to further that rivalry, hopefully. Aaliyah wins. Only mediocre, but the rivalry for Kim and Natalya grows, so that's alright. Marcus Burke with a +3 promo. And our new signing, Bertha Faye, who I checked is in fact Canadian, is going to fight Allie in the main event just because I need it in a tables match, because Allie has the most stamina out of her tag team feud. out of the remaining people, and also she's only babyface in that feud. And I wanted to put Bertha on the card. Also, Bertha came with a three on the mic, so decent. Mediocre, new rivalry. Not a great show for us, but it is what it is. The drama curve was at least decent because the 2 stars were next to each other. Should have put the 2.5 star in the main event, but whatever. I didn't. 45,000 fans, 143,000 bucks. We are back to rank 2, but just barely. We are like 2,000 behind. All right, week number 8. We have some new signings, as we'll get to in a moment. First, for the men's tag team titles, trying to get this finally to a level 3 now that some people have rested a bit. Marcus Burke and PCO versus La Resistance. Burke and PCO win the titles. 3.5 stars, excellent. And a 3-star rivalry, which we can blow off at the pay-per-view. Call-out promo. Josh Alexander calling out new signing, Da Mountie. And it does not work, despite him having a 3 on the microphone. Gail Kim versus Natalya, because Natalya wanted a match against her after the interference, which is fine, because I want to build the rivalry. Mediocre, but it does grow the rivalry. Da Mountie, who unfortunately, as a custom, was assigned a 1 on the mic, but we're going to try a self-promo anyway. Embarrassing, and he actually lost popularity. Great. This is going well. Aaliyah and Allie versus Chelsea and Luna Vachon. Now that I've had Aaliyah have a match with someone else, she's happy, so I can put them together again. Allie and Aaliyah retain, I think. Amazing match. That's terrifying. Level 4 rivalry. Crazy Steve's going to call out Bobby Roode successfully. Not a great promo, but it starts the rivalry. And our other new signing, Christian, is going to go up against Brock Lesnar to try to start a rivalry. I probably should have put this in the 3rd spot and the women's match 4th. Definitely should have, but the rivalry did at least start. So that was an awful show for us. 38,000, we made a bunch of money at least. We got a card that I don't care about because we're not going to hire any jobbers. 44,000, so we're still very close. We're only like 8,000 behind. And we have 2 weeks till the pay-per-view. So let's see what happens in week number 9. Alright folks, week number 9. Pre-pay-per-view week. Got a bit of a weird show because of some stuff I'm trying to do. Tag team titles again, just a normal match because I want to keep them in the 50s to 60s of stamina for the pay-per-view. It grows to level 4 for the pay-per-view, 3.5 stars, we can blow that off. Christian trying to call out Brock Lesnar. Okay promo, but it doesn't further the rivalry. Brock is also at 50 stamina, so I needed him to take a week off. Josh Alexander versus the Mountie in a tables match, because just trying to start the rivalry. It's fine. It does start the rivalry. So this is going to work. I did 2 of these, and as you can see by the number, they're both going to work, which will let us blow it off at the pay-per-view without even having had a match yet, really. Crazy Steve called out by Rude. Edge versus Smith Jr., which I put in here just to make sure the rivalry doesn't drop. 3.5 stars. Crazy Steve versus Bobby Roode. And in the main event, Rosemary versus Angelina Love in a tables match. Try to get this to level 3 for the pay-per-view. Does it work? It does. Excellent.
1, 2, 3.
Or finale. Ah, crap. The rivalry didn't... The higher rivalry was more important than the title, unfortunately. Oh well. Overall, decent show. 46,000, 143,000 bucks. We got a free arena booking for putting Sylvan in a match. We are still ranked number 2. They gained about the same we did. So they're still only like 4,000 ahead of us. Let's see if we can fix that at the pay-per-view. Week 10. Alright, we are at Payback. With the match, since there's only 4 specialty matches, Payback uses Extreme Rules as its pay-per-view bonus. Did not get double costed this time, so I'm using all Extreme Rules matches for the maximum pay-per-view bonus. First up, we have Allie and Aaliyah finishing their rivalry with Chelsea Green and Luna Vachon for the women's tag team titles. Allie and Aaliyah retain. 4.5 star classic, rivalry complete. Natalya doing a charity promo. because I didn't have room for her feud as level 3, but I didn't have room for it, so I'll have to try to make that last till the next pay-per-view. Good promo, 5,000 fans. Crazy Steve versus Robert Roode for the Universal title in an Extreme Rules match. Robert Roode retains. 4.5-star classic. Love to see it. Bertha Faye. Good promo for charity, 5,000 fans. PCO and Marcus Burke versus La Resistance for the tag team titles in an Extreme Rules match. Another level 4 rivalry. 4.5-star classic. Love to see it. Made sure to put that in the middle just in case it made it to 5 stars, because it was level 4. Christian calling out Brock Lesnar, because Brock's still a little weak, and obviously we had all these other we had already had too many level 3 and up feuds to put on the show. Throws that to level 2 so we can blow that off the next pay-per-view. Rosemary and Angelina Love for the title, Extreme Rules, in a level 3 rivalry. Angelina Love regains the title. 4 stars, amazing match. Rivalry complete. Okay promo for another 5,000 from Josh Alexander. And in the main event, as it seemed to do really well last week as a normal match, and also because Davey Boy Smith Jr. wanted to run a main event match, and it has to be the week that they ask for it for that particular request. Edge versus Davey Boy Smith Jr. Extreme Rules match. Let's see how this one plays out. Edge wins. Really? After all that, they have a lower match than the women this week? Are you f***ing kidding me? I hate this game sometimes. Anyway, 207,000 fans, made 69,000 bucks. We're down money a bit because I bought a bunch of new promotion, like logistic stuff. But we are ranked number 1. They only gained 185,000. Excellent. They have way more money than us, though. We are now ahead by 8,000 fans going into episode 2. We'll see you then for episode 2. Weeks 11 to 20 out of a 50-weeker. See you then.